Senator Arch, you recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. I rise today as a candidate for Speaker of the Legislature. I would consider it an honor to serve in this capacity. I believe that my experience in hospital administration as a career, as well as my experience in the legislature by chairing the HHS committee and 2 other special committees in my first 4 years, have prepared me well for this position. I have successfully managed complex relationships and complex processes, both of which are critical to success as Speaker. As I see it, the role of Speaker has 2 essential functions. The first is the obvious, to manage the legislative process for consideration of bills and resolutions. This is an important role to the functioning of the body. But the second is less obvious. The Speaker can positively influence the culture of the legislature to promote productive debate and decision-making. We have large issues in our society with a lack of respect for politicians and the political process, some of which unfortunately has been well earned. I am deeply concerned that we strengthen trust in the institution, which is done by our processes and our behavior. From my perspective, after 4 years, I believe there are 2 essential components to creating a healthy culture that I would want to model and foster if elected Speaker. The first essential component is healthy relationships. There are 49 of us in this room who will make the decisions that come before us. Each one of us came with a desire to make the state of Nebraska a better place to live, work, raise a family, and retire. And we would almost certainly be unanimous on many desired outcomes. Some examples: excellent education for every student, equal justice under the law, a motivated and well-educated workforce, equal opportunity to improve lives, good stewardship of taxpayer dollars. My point is that we have a starting point for healthy relationships if we don't forget our agreement on the ultimate goals. Our debate then becomes the best way to achieve those goals, and we will have debate. The second essential component is healthy communication. Communication is hard work and takes time, and it is very hard to find the time when the session starts rolling. But there is no replacement for good communication amongst the members. Misunderstandings are the result of poor or lack of communication, talking about each other instead of talking to each other. Misunderstandings lead to unnecessary conflict, which we need to avoid. So here's my commitment to you, if elected your Speaker. I will work to listen. I will seek to understand. I will attempt to clearly communicate. I would consider it a privilege to serve you, and I ask for your vote today to serve as your Speaker. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Arch. Are there any further nominations? I see none. Senator Sanders, you recognize for a motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the nomination be closed and a unanimous vote by acclamation be cast for Senator Arch Speaker.
Thanks, Senator Sanders. The motion before you is the motion to cease nominations and declare Senator Arch Speaker by acclamation. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say nay. Congratulations, Speaker Arch.